Moshi Moshi. Orewa Memo-san. Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be working more on City on the Hill. Didn't stream earlier today like I was planning on because I was having some networking issues. So I was like, well, shit. So streaming now in the morning for everyone. I bought animal crackers. Now you may be wondering, Notepad, why did you buy animal crackers in the year of our Lord 2025? You as a grown-ass man. Well, because they were 86 yen. Now, as a little bit of a note about how cheap that is, 86 yen to USD is 60 cents. So I got a bag of animal crackers for 60 cents, effectively. They're terrible. They're fucking horrible. Why am I? This is awful. Like, these taste terrible. Oh, pay Notepad? Cool, everyone gets ads now. Yeah, these are terrible. Because what flavor do you think the 86 yen, 40 cent, fucking 60 cent animal crackers are? You're right. They're salt and butter flavored. Yeah, salt and butter flavored animal crackers. And I'm like, they can't be that bad. They cannot possibly be that bad. They're fucking terrible. They're awful. Oh. I had some drinks before. I think it's hitting now. It was good. Yeah, they're fucking... These are terrible. Yeah, they're shitty animal crackers. So my 60 cent animal crackers. Yeah, again, and the thing is, I think I know what the gimmick behind these animal crackers are. I think the gimmick is that they're supposed to be, like, teaching kids how to say, like, English words. Because they have the English name for them, but it's like horse, panda, duck. Like, these just... They do not taste good. Like, this is an important fact of life that we must, you know, come to understand. These are not good animal crackers. These are like depressed animal crackers. These are animal crackers you eat in a depressive spiral. Or you give to little Timmy because he's allergic to everything else. Still eating them. I paid my 60 cent animal crackers. And I'm going to eat my 60 cent animal crackers. How did this get to be a panda? Like, Alright, fuck it. Yeah, everyone's saying, oh, I'm gonna boycott YouTube and all that. Like, understand fundamentally that no one's going to boycott it because it's fucking YouTube. And where else are you going to go? You're gonna go to fucking Vimeo? You're gonna go to Vimeo? No one goes to Vimeo. Alright, so... let's get back to work. So, what did I do? As you see, we're at 45 pages. We did a little bit of things. And to prove that we've done some things, I'm going to go through the entire world forging process with everybody. Why? Because I can do that. Because I live in an anarcho-capitalist society. I can do whatever the fuck I feel like. So, the entire idea of the world forging process is you can make your own legally distinct fantasy setting by rolling on a bunch of charts. Charts are fun. Everyone likes rolling on charts. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll our establishing features. So let's roll what our fantasy world's going to be, everybody. I got my D10 here. So we got a 7. So we are an oceanic world. What's the situation? The situation is there is a monster surge going on. Sounds pretty terrible for everyone involved. We have three gods plus Maria and Armok. Our 3 gods. Let's roll our D10 again. We have a hero god. We have a second hero god. Alright, let's do this. And we've got one of the colored knights, so we'll go with the black knight. Alright, cool. We've got three gods doing things in here. Now, what I should do is I should roll for their alignment, actually. But, you know, we'll keep going. So, let's do some greater detail about our fantasy world. Hello, phone. My mom is trying to, like, my mom's just like, well, they're just different. Like, nope, they're pretty terrible. Ooh. Alright, so how many, let's see, we've got 1d3 legendary aspects. We have 3 legendary aspects. So we've got our legendary aspects. So our first legendary aspect is we have a bizarre landmark, okay? We've got an artifact. And we have a second bizarre landmark. Alright, so we got 2 weird landmarks and an artifact in our world. So, let's see what our adventures are like. What are our adventures like? Our adventures are odd jobs and strangers. Odd jobs and strangers, and the guild is... Roll again. Class guilds. So every class has a different guild technically associated with it. Interesting, interesting. Let's see what the hero and the Dark Lord is like. So the hero is ... The Dark Lord is ... Hello, phone. So the hero is a stranger. You don't know who the fuck he is. He just shows up every now and again. And 6, it is the chosen villain. As long as there is evil, as long as the hero arrives, the Dark Lord will soon be there as well. So let's do what our magic is. So our magical flow. So magic is, let's see, is just a natural phenomenon. It's just magic. And technology is... this is what's going to be pretty important because this is going to determine how our setting is. 6, agnostic. And an anachronism. Agnostic anachronism. What does that mean? So what does the agnostic acronym mean? Time and technology seem to fuse together. Working sewer systems are in tandem with knights, rangers, and castles. Tech seems to be almost insane, but never breaking the aesthetic. We are literally in the we are effectively in ocean mac. We are ocean punk maxing. That's the best way to word it. Everything is in favor of just ocean maxing. What does that mean? I don't fucking know, but it's cool. Oh, I'm dipping. We dip? Yeah. We're good, we're good. Holy crap, it is really Wind Waker. You are really creating Wind Waker. Yeah, alright. Magitech? Not quite. Technically, Mago Industrial is what we would consider the Magitech. The idea behind agnostic acronym is that it doesn't fucking matter. Things appear because they just feel like appearing, and you're like, all right, is there a good explanation for it? No. Go to the what's the line? I'm gonna go to the toilet now, Sir Knight. You know, our working toilet system we have here, because fuck you, we have one of those. Ah, yes, let me take the bullet train to the next kingdom over. Why do we have a bullet train? Don't think about it. Like, that is literally what the setting is built off the back of. It just works. All that matters is the aesthetic. That's all that matters. So we've got our, so we need to learn about our inhabitants. So we've made effectively a bit of Wind Waker. All right, so we've unfortunately made Wind Waker, but let's see, how many elves do we have? We have one type of elf. We have one type of elf. And let's roll our, we are working with, ooh, that's a high number. Ooh, interesting. So our one type of elf is artificial. Their culture is enlightened despots. And what is their alignment? Let's see what their alignment is. Okay, take your bets. They are wicked. Oh, uh-oh, okay, that could be, oh no. We've got our various kinds of elves here, and we have D4 dwarves. What dwarves do we have? 3 types of dwarves. So, we're going to, dwarf, let's roll 3d10. Okay, I can keep rolling this, or I can do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh. So we got our 3d10. So we roll 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. All right. So interestingly enough, we have gem dwarves. We have gem dwarves. We have sky dwarves, and we have bronze dwarves. We have none of the unique type of dwarves. So let's do that roll again. 3d10. 7, 1, 8. So, okay, well, we have stateless gem dwarf. 1. We have a forge master, sky dwarves, and it was 8 if I remember correctly, and an archaic system, bronze dwarves. And let's determine some alignments. Let's roll the alignments. 7, 10, 1. That's not very good for anyone. So, we have individualist, we have devilish dwarves. And, let's see, 7, 10, 1. And we actually have heroic bronze dwarves. Yep, they are fundamentally good people, and they try to do the right thing at all the times. Because if we go up to our alignment here, willing to confront evil immediately. Whatever they perceive as evil, they are going to try to fight. They're just very bad at it because of a very archaic system. Devilish is willing to commit villainous acts for no reason other than whims. Okay, an individualist is internally focused, you know, like, you just want to do their thing, but it makes sense. They don't actually have a country. They're like, fuck you, I'm gonna do my thing. What's a gem dwarf, you ask? If we scroll down here, gem dwarves are jewel cutters and miners of rare stones. They value clarity, brilliance, and precision. Practice artisans of long forgotten arts of the elder eras. Sky dwarves, lofty peaks and floating strongholds. They prize freedom and vigilance. The winds are their watchtower and the eyes scan the horizon. They're pirates. We have made pirate dwarves, everybody. I want people to know that. These are evil fucking pirate dwarves. And then we have the bronze dwarves, which are hardy warriors and smith, favor strength, resilience, and practical arms over ornaments. Alright, so orcs. How many orcs do we have? We have 3 types of orcs. So we have orcs, so we're gonna roll 3d10 again. Actually, how many orcs do we have? We have 3 orcs. So 186. So we have mutants. We have a subspecies. Interesting. And we also have, I believe we said it's 6. We also have cursed creatures. Interestingly enough, it does not appear that orcs are natural. Strange note, but we'll work with it while we can. So let's roll again. We have 2, 3, 2. So interesting. So nomadic. Nomadic and 3, which are fortressed. Interestingly enough, alright. Kind of interesting. So let's roll again on the chart here. We got 7, 2, 4. So looks like we've got wicked. We have noble, and we have communitarian. All right, that's interesting. Interesting. We can work with that. How many beastmen do we have? There's a very obvious beastman here. We only have one kind of beastman. So, since we only have one kind of beastman, nope, we have lizardmen. We have lizardmen, who are reclusive. And their alignment is communitarian. They want to stay in their little community. They don't like much else. So let's roll for, how many humans do we have? We only have 3 kinds of humans. So we're gonna roll. We have our 3 kinds of humans. So we're going to grab this. We're gonna roll 3d10. I'm not even 7, 4, 9. So we have a magocracy. We have a nomadic, and we have a conquering state. And now we're gonna roll for our 5, 4, 3, 5. We have, okay, they're religious, they're brutal, and they are decadent. All right, let's roll again. 6, 6, 5. Ooh, okay. Individualistic, and actually communitarian. That's a very interesting one there. You know, like we value our community over there, but I guess that makes sense in a weird way. And how many other races do we have? We have 2 other races. Interestingly enough, we have 2 other races. So we're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna roll here. 9 and a 4. Okay, we've got Wakizashi. We have Wakizashi and Dragonborn. Let's roll for their alignment. 7-1. Our Wakizashi are individualistic. Our Dragonborn are actually heroic. Oh, wait a second, I forgot to roll our deviation on our humans. Also we got, let's roll our deviation. 110-7. That's very funny. So we've got severe, none, and then we have minimal. I think I know where our orcs came from. So okay, we go down here, back here. So we've got our individualistic heroic, and let's see our size. And our population density, we're gonna roll twice. Roll here, we've got a 1 and a 3. Pretty fucking, we've actually got imperial size. And we've got a city-sized amount of Dragonborn. Very, very interesting. So, oh, what does the R stand for? That's a 1. Just this particular font just makes 1 look like that. It's just a stylistic thing. I don't know. It's a 1. Have no fear. So if we look at this, so let's take a look and do some work together, because we can do that. So we've got our elves here. Elves are artificial, so they kind of work pretty nice by themselves. We don't really have many, like, directly evil people, if that makes sense. We don't have really any horribly evil people outside of some orcs. We don't have anyone who's actually, no, we do have devilish dwarves. So, okay, if we've got devilish dwarves here, you know what that means, everybody. Did we disconnect? I don't think so. No, we didn't disconnect. Oh, weird. So, if we're looking at this, we've got our primary villains. Yeah, those fucking stunties keep building guns to try to kill us. Because remember, we're in an ocean world. Yeah, we effectively have chaos dwarves at this point. They're forge masters. They build things. They build cannons. In a setting that kind of has cannons, they build bigger cannons, and they're fucking evil. Let's see. I mean, like, alright, so if we're looking at these two guys can be kind of together. I mean, that makes sense. So, like, okay, these two are kind of together. Elves kind of deal with their own private Idaho and kind of fuck with everyone who they don't like. They are completely artificial, though. Alright, that's something we can work with. So, what orc is our subspecies? Now, unfortunately, we didn't roll artificial, but what we can do, technically, is we could make these guys a subspecies of these humans. So somewhere along the way, humans accidentally started mutating themselves, and I think there comes something interesting there, because, like, all right, so it's kind of the way of their perception on things. Yeah, humans are effectively, or the orcs are humans. And that does kind of lead, all three of the orcs do kind of fit together in their own way underneath these humans. The concept here is that orcs aren't orcs, really. Orcs are just humans who have been horribly mutated by magic experiments. And they've decided to kind of do their own thing. That's just the basics. Like, yes, there are an orc who is just a subspecies of human, technically. And they are cursed, and they are mutants. We've just combined them all together. Most of the time, the ones who break free are fairly nomadic. They can be good people and kind of keep to themselves, but most of the time they try to be fucking pirates. Because wouldn't you want to be a pirate if you were a horrible mutant abomination? Probably quite a bit. The most normal, mind you, humans would actually be these guys, which does look like they're just pirates. They are Forge Masters. As a Forge Master, if I scroll up to Forge Masters, every dwarf is trained in the shaping of metal and stone. Their forges are the beating heart of the realm. Mastery of craft is the highest honor one can earn. They don't really have a king. They have a Forge Master. He is the guy who runs everything. And we do have lizard men. Cool, we've got some lizard men who are kind of keeping to themselves a little bit. Probably on a couple of islands. Like, oh, we just want to deal with our own things. We've got literal just pirates. These guys are just pirates. And I guess these guys would be... If we really want to be specific, these two can probably be under the same banner. It's just one... To put it into perspective here a little bit, the idea though would be you've got pirates and you've got the Marines from One Piece. That is literally how you should look at these. Those are our humans. And on the other side, you have people doing some freaky shit and making themselves orcs. Now, the thing with the Wakizashi that's important, that makes this very funny and very complicated, is they are stellar nomads of the celestial path who lost their world eons ago. They land, they proliferate, and they leave when the world is about to end. If they are empire-sized, they have a fuck ton of people, they're effectively already being like, yeah, no, we've been here for a long fucking time. And we're gonna leave one day. They're just gonna leave. They're not native here. And they know they're not native. That's the funniest part. They're not fucking native, nor do they want to be native. They just are. You know, they view that they are effectively parasites on this world. Then Dragonborn. Dragonborn... See, the thing with Dragonborn is, if we want to be specific, we don't have to tie it to anything. By city-sized, what I mean is, roughly there's a couple 100,000 of them running around. And Dragonborn are children sired from dragons that integrate into other cultures seamlessly due to their strength and magic. Effectively, there are now dragons running. One thing we have to note is there are dragons running around. This is important. And they're having kids. A lot of kids. Too many kids, arguably. And too many kids means, like, yeah, they're just, it doesn't really matter. But here's the setting. If we really look at it, we are ocean punk, maxing, magic is completely normal. Out of the blue, a hero appears, causing these damn dragons causing overpopulation. Real fucking dragons. Yeah. See, and the worst part is you have to remember this is oceans. So these are like weird ocean dragons probably. But I also make a note being like, yeah, they're like, yeah. So like there's things that you can do in here. But yeah, this is roughly what's going on. Here's the situation. We can even make a point being like, yes, the Wakizashi, otherwise known as the Githyanki, are just fucking about. Oh, 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 there we go. Oh, I'm watching my little bar go up and down. There we go, we're good, we're good. Yeah, to give you an idea, you're just going around on a fucking boat one day, and then the next minute you just see a, like, city-sized boat go there that's just a retrofitted fucking spaceship. That's a Wakizashi city ship. They go by, they say, give us all your shit or we'll kill you, and you're like, okay, and then they leave. They don't care. They've been doing this a lot longer than you have. Boom, there we go. What do elves do? I don't fucking know. Do something with elves now. What do you mean by they're an artificial? What does that mean? Maybe the humans made them. I don't know. I mean, if we want, we can put we can put elves under them. That's the entire idea. Is like you have these fucking humans from the Magic Empire being like, I'm just gonna keep creating things. I'm like, stop it. What are you doing? You keep creating evil things. We're like, oopsie doopsie. Zoops. I've committed a war crime. Like, no, stop it. You can't keep doing this. We have families. So there we go. That is how the world forging works. We have created this setting. We have two hero gods. What are they like? I don't know. We've got some weird landmarks and an artifact. Okay, where does this artifact go? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. There are two groups that probably made a Ceruleans. I mean, if we're being honest, we've got an artifact. We probably have the dwarves making it. You know, the fucking evil people. The only thing now is that there's a monster surge going on. What does that mean? That means oceans are fucking scary now. See, again, that's the worst part is it's not like a theocracy. It is literally a wizard people thinking they're religious. Like, yes, we live in wizard society. Cool. I'm going to make a religion around this. Like, don't do that. I'm going to be the pope of my own religion. No, stop it, please. It's going to be great. There we go. So, yeah. So that works pretty well. Miria's probably behind it because Miria's always fucking evil, which is the entire joke. And if I wanted to be specific, I could make a note being like, yeah, Armok wants to destroy the world pretty quick because shit's got kind of stupid. Because the entire idea is Armok is a celestial god of forging the world and breaking it and sundering it when it's its time. Armok's like, yeah, I'm gonna destroy the fucking world. Because why? Because I fucking can. Yeah, yo, you guys, you've been found lacking. Hey, Miria, what's your thing? Oh, I'm the celestial god of adventuring and heroes and shit. Oh, that means you're a good guy. No, I just really like heroes and adventuring, so I'm gonna cause problems to make more heroes and adventurers. But yeah, there you go. That is, here's your setting and all the things that go along with it. Takes you about 20 minutes. Takes about 20-25 minutes to roll everything up. We do have quite a few different options available. Yeah, combine things that feel similar, connect the dots between events, magic, and cultures. If you want something, then add it. If you don't want something, remove it. kind of what a wakizashi is like, otherwise known as there's weird aliens. So we've got our wayward souls. Did this last time, did some fixing up around here. We've got all of our careers now. Made a note actually about skills. Again, here's our attributes. Everything is rated as S, A, B, C, D, E, or F. Here's what they are like. On the other hand, if we go down here to our skill sets and supernal skills, so skill sets, you can have focus skills. What's a focus skill? So if I go down to our example character, otherwise known as Andy, Andy is a courier. He has a focus skill of parkour. Anytime he's doing courier things, he rolls 2d6 for it. Anytime he is doing parkour on top of that, he gets to add his parkour, so he gets to add 3d6 instead. Andy didn't roll very, Andy has the personality of a brick and the aura of a brick. However, he's decently fast. He's decently fast here. He's pretty strong and he's pretty resilient, all things considering. His best attribute is vitality. He is tough. He's pretty tough, pretty strong, pretty fast. Good dexterity. I didn't with destiny points. I did do what I went with the idea from Aaron Earth. I thought that was a good idea. I went with that with destiny points, being able to spend it to improve various attributes about yourself. Boons, but you can also spend these later on to actually get things. You refresh at the start of session, and these are like, oh hey, when you die, you remove one destiny permanently and you survive death. Hey, when you make an act check, you can roll a second percentile die, treating it as if you rolled an exploding. You have second wind, partial successes, over the edge. Yeah, a bunch of little things that you can use fate points or destiny points for and do things there. We got all our derived statistics, various capacities. I did go with kilograms, actually. I've been doing my best to shift everything over to metric. Metric's a pain in the ass. Yeah. It's a D100 rollover. Good morning. Yes, so it's pretty much it's a D100. Roll under if you're trying to save. Roll how dare you insult metric. Roll over if you are trying to act. So you kind of see this save versus act here. Is if it's a save, you want to roll under it. If it's an act, you want to roll over it. These are all just derived attributes. You see a lot of saves here. And that is how you make a very basic kind of starting character. What I need to do now is, once the life path is finished, now we get into classes. So, So, effectively, the entire idea is one of the big ideas behind this game is that you have your class. You have your fantasy adventuring class, because the entire idea is to become an adventurer, become a real hero. You have to have your potential awakened, and you do that from Miria. Yes, Miria is the one who unlocks your potential, but the problem is Miria cheats. She says, oh, okay, I'm going to unlock your potential, which means I'm just going to set you to your peak performance right now, and so you can't really get better. She doesn't give a shit that you get better at adventuring. She doesn't care that you are good at adventuring. She cares that you are adventuring. So she pretty much locks you up ahead, and she gives you a class. That adventuring class lets you do abilities, and it gives you special features. Myriad likes you adventuring. She doesn't give a shit about anything else, really. That's not her problem. She creates problems for you to go adventuring with. Miria is not good. Miria is not a good person. Miria is kind of a cunt, but Miria is also the Like, aha, I'm the goddess. And if I ever have to make a justification for having an isekai option going forward, it's going to be Miria. And Miria's going to be like, ha 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 ha, I don't really give a shit. I just want you to be somewhere doing something because I feel like it. Because I find it funny. Metric's not too complicated. Like, kilogram, like, the best way to think about kilograms, it's not exact, but it's like 1 kilogram equals 2 pounds. So 100 kg means 200 pounds, roughly speaking. Well, I'm cooking. Like I want people to know I'm cooking, not solid. I am way more invested than this. I want the world to remember that. This isn't even drunk Notepad speaking. This is just reality speaking. How do you fuck up putting a horse on horns? Wait, 4 grand? They even fucked up putting it on the animal cracker. Come on. Oh. Alright, let's do it. It always finds a way to impress upon her champions the importance of the rule. Let's see. Summarizing their abilities and granting them impressive feats that few can contend with. They may learn the ways There we go. So, or anything else for that matter. Oh, God. Ugh. Yeah, teaching English to people. I've had to come up with a lot of shortcuts like that, and I always have to explain to people of like, yeah, hey, let's learn about asking for the price of something. Oh, okay, $12, and they don't understand what $12 means, so I usually have to say, oh, it's about, 1,200 yen, or it's 1,200 yen. Not quite right, but it's like, okay, you have to kind of like give them a reference point. And that's like one thing I always do. I have one lesson that I teach a lot about asking people how much they can like lift and like how much they can run and stuff. Giving specific weights and things like that. And I always have to like have an aside effectively saying, hey, when you're dealing with Americans, they're going to say things how we say it in the imperial system, pounds, feet, cups and things like that. That might seem confusing, but understand it's okay, you're not alone. That was one I had to do. Like, I was just like, yeah, it's every week this is changing. I'm gonna give you a really basic one. Understand this is not accurate, though. If you look this up tomorrow, it will not be the same. Understand that. Alright. Adventure class allows the traveler to use a set of powerful abilities to. Whether using active powers to blast enemies away or. With two powers at their disposal. Each power. Two powers at their disposal. Actually. Every level they gain after every level thereafter they gain an additional 2 power points and slowly develop their talents as well. As their adventuring class doubles the skill set that is constantly improving. Okay, so constantly improving. Okay, so actually no. Each power and augment costs one power point. Powers can either be active or Mm. Mm. Why is a koala in here? Ah. Mm. 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 Reflecting whether the child may use an action or have the power always active. Augments are applied to the power, increasing its potential MP cost, but allowing for greater effects to occur. Mm. 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 Let's show me different augments for each. Create 3 separate active powers with different effects for them to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Errant Earth. God bless Errant Earth. Statue of Monkey Lincoln. Sorry, Queens. Every game is simply a Planet of the Apes. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Someone cue Dr. Zayas. Ars Magica, Inland Empire, Resonant Powers. Yeah, it takes a while to load Errant Earth now because Errant Earth is a fucking massive game with a lot of stuff in it. Nope, that's definitely not it. Come on. Nope, charge powers. There we go. Okay, so. Okay, you can go away. Urbanist goes down to 11. You can go down to 10. You get turned into Lancelot. 1, 2, 3. Become more. So what we're going to do is you're going to become Urbanist 9. You, Urbanist 9. You. You. Lancelot 12. You. Lancelot 12. Let's see. We want to do. Actually, we're going to delete you. I said we're going to delete the table. So we're going to do. I need a second opinion. From chimpanzee to chimpanzee, you'll never make a monkey out of me. I'll have you know I do watch that clip every now and again from The Simpsons because it's fucking perfect. Okay, so example power. Let's see. What description of appearance or effect? Let's see. We'll have a short description of its appearance. Power synonym. Power synonym. Capacity, capability, potential. There we go. Okay, so now here comes the fun part, otherwise known as the not very fun part, but I get to call it the fun part because I'm a fucking masochist. So, if we're going to go here, go away, Githusi. We don't need you. We don't need you, Githusi. You cannot hurt me. Okay, so we're going to grab you. We're going to do extension, sorted paragraph, A to Z. I just want to make sure. Okay, so. Is the fun actually being had, or did I hear your soul attempt to make a run for it? Yeah, a little bit. This is what I knew. This was going to be just a lot of, how do I want to word it? Sean, this is not difficult. This is just time. I think that's the... Sometimes you run into situations where, again, it's like, it's not difficult to do. It's not, like, hard. It's not anything like that. It's just time consuming. It's like the second you hit, like, the item table in any TRPG. Any TRPG, you hit the timetable. Yeah, it's tedious, it's time consuming, it just... And it's like, you know, you have to keep paying attention. That's the worst part. You can't kind of... Like, sometimes when you have, like, tedious tasks, you don't really have to think about it. Or it's just like, okay, just put in the same number over and over and over again. Here, it's like, you gotta think about it for just enough for it to be annoying. You're like, fuck. Fuck. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. East guy back in time travel dumping a human body and got bored of an unrelated universe. I am East Guy title. I prompt I won't write myself. They got what they asked for. A hero something gone horribly right. Lawful good hero from TRPG's rigid black and white mindset. There's a couple, like, every now and again, when you're reading an isekai, they'll show up with something interesting, but like 80% of the time it feels like it's like, all right, time for something interesting. I'm ready, and it's nothing. Like, some isekai just go nowhere. Though I have been noticing, and I hate this term, but it's the only term I know that could fit for this, would be native isekais showing up more. Notepad, what the fuck do you mean native isekai? Isn't that just fantasy? Well, yes, but let me finish. Native isekai is when they're using, like, video game terms. They're still using all the weird terminology from isekai, but it's not an isekai. When there is a character who, like, walks up and be like, let me check my class level, I'm a level 5 fighter or whatever, I'm like, this is... No one in world, no one here is thinking this. You're like, nah, I need to check my level or whatever in, like, a fucking fantasy world. I want to fucking kill myself. like, I see that every now and again. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking off myself. Like, I don't want to, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, there's no good way of putting it. Like, there's, fuck, what are they, lit RPG, I think that's one, but they're not lit RPGs either. Like, that's the thing. It's like, oh, it's no world travel, it's not an isekai. Like, yeah, but there's sometimes where I'm reading something being like, that bitch pulled up a fucking status screen. Why is there a status screen here? Why do you say you're a level 8 knight? No, stop that. Stop it. Yeah, it's like lit RPGs and like game lit and stuff like that. Usually it's like, from what I've read anyway, this is an important thing, from what I've read, and I haven't read that much lit RPG. Usually it's like, oh, we have like character sheets and stuff, and like the characters might be able to see it, but sometimes it's just like reader reference, or it is an isekai, and they just don't tell you it's an isekai, being like, I'm from another world. Like, it always throws me for a loop when it's just a raw fantasy world. There's no isekai elements whatsoever, and they start bringing that shit in there. That throws me off to no fucking end, and I get so annoyed. So fucking mad. Because it's never like it's in like a game, though. I think that's the weird part. I've read a few. I can never give you a name, obviously, because they all kind of blend together for me. But it's not like they're in a game. It's like it's just a part of the world. It's just like, ah, yes, I'm a level 5 knight or whatever. Like, that's just a thing in the world now. It's not like oh, it's a game mechanic or something. It annoys the shit out of me. But like, I think one of the very few isekai bullshit things I've read is that I've actually like, yeah, this feels like a game. Like, this feels like a stupid, retarded game. Was actually Overlord. Early Overlord, not later. Later Overlord got weird. But like early Overlord, when he would just sit there and buff himself and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, that's what you do in MMOs. You sit there like an asshole and you buff for like 5 minutes. And it's normal. Like, all right, I like this. This works. Oh, hey, the big thing in Overlord is they're trying to access the cash shop. I remember that. I was like, that's a funny little note of like, yeah, you can access the cash shop. Yeah, it's sometimes I get annoyed. But though I will say, I have been seeing an absurd, like too many. Yeah, yeah, that one. I Because the worst part is, Canvas, is that I was there before. I was the guy casting 20 fucking buffs on people right outside Black Temple for like 5 fucking minutes. I was there. And that's one of those things where you sit there, you're like, all right, you tanks, get your fucking buffs, get your fucking buffs. All right, mages, are you doing your fucking buff? And I'm like, okay, I'm in this. This seems a lot fun. Log Horizon was another good one that played on the fact that it was a video game, and I liked that aspect, that it was a video game and with a video game logic in it. See, the one I notice a lot, Simber, Sean, I want all of you to know this. The one I see most often is like the Atome games. Like Atome things. Now, the thing is, it's not an isekai. This is the important thing. It's not an isekai, it's just a villainous mod. Like, it's in every conceivable metric, it's an Atome game bullshit. It's just not important. It's not an Atome game. It's just the end of a Atome novel. It's the exact same plot every single fucking time. And every time I'm like, damn, I'm gonna see this coming. And I'm like, holy shit. And then I read like 40 chapters, then it stops uploading. Like, see, yeah, like, again, Long Horizon was another good one that I liked in that regard, because there was the, yeah, you know, like, there's, like, they have the logic behind it. Like, we're still in the game, technically. It's just that the rules of the game have changed somewhat. We have to worry about that now, but we can do that. But I like that one as a lot. There was also, oh, what was the you're gonna laugh at me, but Sword Art Online. It was Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online. I really like Gun Gale Online, the one with Len. I really like that show. It's very funny because legitimately they talk about the video game, and the way she does things is just she's playing a game and it's funny. And I mean, like the JS, there's one scene where she's going up against like JSDF guys, and she fucking ambushes them. It's a whole shit show, and they're like, yeah, well, this isn't really something we should be like training to fight against. Again, specifically Gun Gale Online, because Gun Gale Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online with Len. I'm gonna bring up Len because it's not the other one. It's specifically Gun Gale Online. I actually have a figurine of her. I bought it at a fucking con. But the funny thing with it is like she's just playing the game. And I think that's the part I like so much about it, because you see her offline talking about it, and the people she meets in there don't always look the way that she thinks, and she talks like it's a fucking game. And she's just like, yeah, I like my fucking P90. Why? Because there's no fucking recoil on it. Like, oh man, it calls to you, it's your thing. And be like, yeah, thank God there's no fucking recoil on this thing, so I never have to think about it. This is awesome. Like, it was, there was another one. There was the one with the JSDF guys, which is fucking hysterical. Because, again, she just fucking murks these guys. And like, yeah, this isn't even worth it anymore. Like, what the fuck? There's also one line in it that I thought was hilarious. Because the spoiler warning for a fucking thing that came out like 6 years ago. For fucking ever. But there was a scene being like, oh, I want to live out the Sword Art Online experience. I wanna, if I die in the game, I die in real life. And literally the main character's like, why the fuck would you want to do that? That's retarded. Why the fuck? That sounds, no! I'm a college student, I do this for fun, what the fuck? And like that, I always thought that was so funny, because she's just playing the fucking game, and she literally is a meme build. And people say it's a meme build. And it's funnier than fuck every time. Too busy talking about fucking... It's effectively an extraction shooter. Yeah, that's the joke with it. It's effectively just Tarkov. But she just min-maxed this retarded build to let her go stupid fast. Oh yeah, no, and it's great because you watching it, you know this guy played a lot of FPS who writing it, but why is she's not. That's the funny thing. That's the funniest thing with Len, is that she's not the best player. She gets her fucking ass kicked. Like, she fucking loses a lot, and she's like, all right, that's fun. She's literally a fucking griefer. Like, that's the funny part, is that she griefs people. She literally hangs out in a popular farming spot and ambushes people with a fucking P90. She is a P90 fag. It's fucking... It's literally Counter-Strike. And it's hilarious, because that's how she, like, oh, she's super good and stuff. Like, no, she's just a fucking goblin, and she just ambushes people. But she min-max speed, so yeah, she can dodge fucking bullets because she's moving 300% faster than everyone else. And that was actually the big thing with one of the MMO like one of the actual BR rounds they did, was that someone, the person who actually tagged her a few times was just camping. And she had one way to get there. He's like, yeah, I can fucking camp. I'm camping because I have an auto aimer. Effectively, I am a little. And she had to use like coverage shit. I'm like, oh, this is fun. This is clearly someone who knows FPS games, and I like this. Like, then I know Kirito, the actual main character from Sword Art Online. He went to Gun Gale Online, and he was the best player ever forever because he's the protagonist. And he literally uses a sword, and he gets to cheat because he owns the fucking game. Literally, the man has the fucking dev console up, being like, I'm the greatest gamer ever. I mean, yeah, Kirito has the fucking dev console up. You have to remember that. Kirito has a dev console up. He literally owns the game. He's Lord fucking British inside of that. It's like, oh man, why is he the strongest, best player ever forever? He's the strongest, best player forever ever because literally after the first season, he has the fucking dev console up and he just says, oh no, I need to be best. Max stats, max stats, max stats, max stats. Like... yeah, it's dumb, and it's... Sword Art Online is really good when it's not Kirito. I fucking hate Kirito. I think he's such a dull character. But most of SAO kind of sucks. Not gonna lie here, Queens. SAO sucks. It's yeah, that was like one of the big things with Gun Gale is that it did not have to correlate. Your body didn't correlate directly to your avatar because that's one of Len's big things. That's one of the main characters from Alternative is because she's really tall, and because she's so tall, she only anytime she has to make a character, they make her really tall. In all these other online games, Gun Gale is the only one that let her be small, and that's why they're so different. And they make a joke about that repeatedly. Mm. Okay, so you mm. 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 Okay. Hello, phone. Mm. Mm. Hello, phone. Okay, so. Mm. 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 My mom is texting me, by the way. That's that dinging noise you hear. That's my mom texting me. That's one thing in SAO they actually made a point about. They reverted everybody back to what their base form was. That was one thing they actually said. It was like the first episode being like, you're all going to be reverted back, and then they do that. That was actually a funny thing in Log Horizon, was that the main girl, she was this buff ninja dude, and when it happened, she literally had to find a potion. That was like the B plot of the first episode. And when she took the potion, she literally changed the way she looks to be more comfortable to be the way she looked. Let's see, Pack Rat. So, Pack Rat, what would be in? Gear. The thing with gear is that they're just random miscellaneous pieces of supplies that are useful to have. I want to keep it fairly ill-defined, with the point being that it's ill-defined, so you can just say you have something, because fuck tracking. Because fuck tracking that, because that's going to take for fucking ever. Let's see, pack around, do the gear capacity, gear carry capacity by +1. Do we give anything else? Actually, doesn't seem like a lot, but it's like, yeah, you can lift 40 extra pounds. Like, yeah, you can lift a little bit more, and that's pretty nice to know, is that you can lift more. Why? Because, you know, you're always prepared. There we go. And if I'm correct, I should be able to put there. This we are, so it would be always prepared. What I need to actually do. I need to do all of this correctly, and that's just going to take time. So, I gotta lift with your legs or you're gonna get back paid like me. Lift with your legs. Kind of depends on the work, really. Oh god, it's 9:30. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I know this wasn't very long, but I don't want to keep shouting and getting mad or banging my head up against a wall when my neighbor is here. Like my neighbor, and I don't want to get a noise complaint, and it's getting a little bit late. So, thank you all for coming. I know a lot of you are here, actually, weirdly enough. So, thank you all. Godspeed. Good luck. Tomorrow I'm going to be very busy, otherwise known as I'm going to the zoo, because fuck you, I'm going to the zoo. I want to go to the zoo, so I can do that. So I'm gonna go to the zoo, there's a few things. I'm gonna be working on this. I'm gonna be working on the SMT video tonight as well. My goal is to get at least another minute done in the SMT video, done tonight. We are 80%, we're like 70% done on it. It's just doing it. That's the first YouTube video, going to the zoo. Yay, the zoo. I fucking love zoos. That's one thing that always throws people off about me, is that I really, really like the zoo. It's like going to zoos. I think they're fun. Like, I don't know why. I just enjoy it. But thank you all. Godspeed. Good luck. You know the rest. I will see you all in another time.